Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video, okay, I got something I want to talk with you all about, okay? I think it's time I give up my GPUs that I have, because right now, as it stands, there are newer GPUs that are more efficient. And right now, I'm not talking about, 40 series or 50 series. I think you all know what I'm talking about. There's been a slew of mining specific cards over the past, 2 years that have been popping up, like BC 160s, CMP 100-210s, and the notorious CMP 170HX. So what I've been thinking about, okay, and this is where I want to gauge the whole RPM army here, all the viewers, anyone that's watching this video, please give me your thoughts down below. I'm going to talk about some alternatives that I'm thinking about for my GPUs that I have right now that I'm thinking about either selling or trading. Okay, it's one of those two things, but I'm gonna be basically reinvesting that into other hardware of some sort. Maybe GPUs, maybe CPUs, maybe AI systems, with server grade hardware or something like that. Or the most blasphemous type of hardware, ASIC miners, which I know a lot of people are probably not going to vote for, but we're going to talk about that. Okay, so I'm going to take a few rigs out here because there actually are a few GPUs like my 3090s, 3080s. I got 3070s that, I'm thinking to, liquidate or sell. I also want to see how dusty these things are, as I've ran some of these rigs for the past couple years, okay? So I'm going to take everything down, and I'll do that in a snap right after a word from today's video sponsor. Are your electricity costs too high to mine at home? Check out Iowa Mining. Iowa Mining is an ASIC miner hosting facility located in Iowa, USA. With 3+ years of crypto mining experience and 15+ in the industrial commercial space, they provide the perfect blend of the best ASIC miner hosting and service available. They offer straightforward ASIC miner hosting prices, remote access, and personalized service with the goal of 99% uptime for your ASIC miners. Contact them now to get your miners on today, link down below. Oh yeah, my Radeon 7s. Look at that dust. That's a lot of dust. Okay. Oh man, I was reluctant to take out my Radeon 7 rig. I didn't want to lift it up because you guys know what happens when I move my Radeon 7s. They seem to die. So I'm just not touching this rig. All I did was take off the cover, okay? Some of you that have been with the channel over the past, 5, 7, 8 years probably know I have pretty much broke like 7 or 6 Radeon 7s in my lifetime. So these 12 Radeon 7s are definitely not going anywhere. Alright guys, so I took a few rigs down, not everything. I kind of just wanted to do like a wow effect here as I just, talk about what I may potentially do. Okay, this is where I want to get a lot of feedback from a lot of you guys. Look at my Founders 3070s. I don't want to get rid of these. Okay, I have another mix match 3070 rig here with Asus Strix, EVGA, Zotac. I got another 3070 rig here, Zotac. What are these? Gainward? Yeah, these are Gainward GPUs. I got 6 of those and another Zotac there. Okay, so these are my 3 3070 rigs. I have a 3080 rig here. Asus Tufts, I believe they're all Asus Tufts except for one 3080 Zotac. Then I have another X8 Ultra here, Octominer, with 8 6700 XTs. Man, these are real dusty as well. Definitely dusty. I can smell it. And then probably one of my most expensive mining rigs I have ever made during the Ethereum bull run are the RTX 3090s. Oh my god, I have 6 EVGA for the win 3 3090s here, and you know what? I've actually had these off for probably I think I've had these off for the past like 4 or 5 months. So they've just been sitting doing nothing. And funny thing, I actually got an email today from Salad saying the 3090s are in demand right now for the Salad, the compute platform for renting out GPUs. So stay tuned. I'm probably going to take these GPUs out and probably put them on Salad. Okay, I did take out the other bottom of my X12s here, X12 Ultras. These are all A2000s. I have 12 of them that are modded, 6 GB, and then another 12 underneath here. Again, I didn't want to move my Radeon 7s. Another 12 A2000s that are just not modded, all right, 6 GB cards. So I have a bunch of 5700 XTs, RX 580s, and various 3060s. I have another 3080 rig, and yeah, I think I have a 20 series rig in here somewhere. So generally, you guys know what I have in this, basement here. And of course, I have a bunch of other GPUs that are not being used, 5700 XTs. You all know my other basement. They're all full of 3070s and 6600 XTs, but I'm not getting rid of those 6600 XTs. Anyways, in my situation here, okay, I just want to speak with you guys here. I had an 8x RTX 3070 rig, and that was my Asus Turbos, and I actually put them on my RedPandaMining.shop website, and like an hour later, somebody bought them all. And I put them up for, I think about $260, $270 USD. And yeah, somebody just bought it all. I'm just like, holy crap. So that gave me the idea, man, if I am able to, be able to sell GPUs on my own website, and pretty easily for that matter, I could then get cash, and then I could invest that cash into other hardware, okay? So this is where I want to talk with you guys here. What would you do if I decided to list, all my GPUs, okay, and I probably want to list it in batches, easier to ship 8, and just sell it all in one go. But let's just say if I were to do that and sell, a lot of my GPUs here, get that money, should I buy into, let's say, 170HXs? Or should I buy CPU mining rigs? I think CPUs seem to be on the up and up. And then maybe, I could keep my 3090s, I could keep my 3080s, or sell these and buy 40 series or 50 series cards that are going to be good for renting out for, AI, which is just a platform. There's a lot of different platforms out there for renting your GPUs. Notably Salad, there's Octaspace, there's people talking about Nasana, Chlor Fleet, which I've actually had success in the past. Node AI is another one that you can rent out, and you can get Ethereum. There's a lot of them out there. But yeah, CPUs, okay, CPUs I could, maybe get 7950Xs or the new 9950Xs. I don't know which one's more efficient, but let's just say I did invest that money into, those types of rigs so that I could do, CPU mining or rent the GPUs out. Then another solution, okay, so we talked about 170HXs, should I just buy 170HXs or CPUs? Okay, maybe what's the third option? I was thinking about buying 4090s or 5090s and 5090s, or maybe a combination of both. Now, I don't know how much support there is yet for 5090s on, like, say, platforms like Vast or even Salad. I think Salad demand for 5090s is like extremely low because there's no support for that yet. But right now I've seen 5090s drop in price. So let's just say, I sold a lot of my GPUs. I used that cash in those big boy GPUs so that I could rent them out for AI. And I know AI is a pretty big buzzword right now, and a lot of people seem to be liking those GPUs for those types of platforms to make money. So that's the third option. Okay, so first option was 170HXs, second option was CPU mining rigs, third option is 5090s and 4090s. Fourth option is gonna be, should I invest that money and buy ASIC miners? I don't think anyone wants me to do that, but I do have contacts in doing that, and I can get a pretty decent deal buying in bulk, and I can get them hosted for a pretty good electrical rate, let's say around 5 to 6 cents USD. So yeah, would you guys do that route? Right? Would any of you, as I have a lot of these GPUs, I think I combined all the GPUs I calculated. I have over 500, 600 GPUs, and I think it's over 100 grand worth of hardware that's sitting on the floor, or has been sitting on the shelf doing nothing, okay, literally doing nothing. I was using my 3070s for solo mining Ergo over the past week. As hopefully some of you know, I've been keeping up with my videos. I've been solo mining Ergo with success. And yeah, my 3070s are I would say, generally the most efficient out of all the other GPUs that I have, right? Obviously more efficient than my 3090s, more efficient than my 3080s. So the 3070s, I mean, we all know 3070s are the creme de la creme when it comes to, memory-based algorithms, core-based algorithms. But now, I mean, there's a new king in town, and I mean, that's been for a while now, the 170HX, which I think is pretty much the same price as a 3070. But yeah, okay, so I just wanted to make this video, just a quick video, just talking about okay, what would you guys do? I just want to gauge you guys here, okay, as I'm thinking about doing this because I've just been contemplating for far too long and I need to do something now, especially, you know, at my electrical rate. Okay, that's another thing I want to talk about just to factor in my situation. Okay, so you guys understand. My electrical rate here is about pretty much 8 cents all in. Okay, demand, I don't have demand here. It's all in 8 cents USD. Once you did the conversion to Canadian, it's like 11 cents, 11.5 cents all in. So going the route of if I sold everything, bought, you know, a bunch of 170HXs, I could then get a lot more density, a lot more hash rate and efficiency as well. So then I would be profitable at my roughly around 8 cents, you know, electric. But then what if I did the investment into CPU mining rigs? Just imagine this basement. Imagine just transforming this into like, I don't know, 80, 100 CPU mining rigs. 100 grand worth of CPU mining. Can you guys see that? I don't know if I can see that or not. Probably not. But that's the second option. Would you guys do that? Third option, would you invest into 4090s, 3090s, 5090s, big boy GPUs for, you know, renting out for AI? Would you guys do that? I have already a lot of, you know, singular 3900X, 5950X systems that I could put them on, and a few Intel systems as well. So I don't really need to invest in, you know, PCs necessarily. I just need to invest in the GPUs. So would you go through that route? Or would you go the ASIC miner route, okay, which would be, I don't know, buying Bitcoin miners, buying L9s, I don't know. What would you guys do that? Let me know down below. Okay, or fifth option, I don't sell or trade anything. Okay, I keep everything as is, status quo, wait for the bull run to happen, wait for altcoin season to come, then profit. Okay, maybe that's the fifth option. All right, let me know down below. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out. I think. I'm sad now. I'm really sad now.